everyone, I have another fun tutorial for the March subscription kit, but you can also use this with anything, just a fun thing to make with it. So let's go for it. All right, first of all, I had a double-sided cardstock page. This is the one I actually cut up for, but I just wanted to show you on a big sheet. So I cut at 2 and let me double check. Oh, wrong way. 2 3/4 inches, so I could get 3 strips out of it, was kind of what I was going for. And then out of those, and I just printed on the back, just a neutral, because it's going to be a journaling space on the back. So pattern on front, neutral on back, and then cut it into 3 2.75-inch strips. And then I took those strips and I cut them, let me tell you, so they're 2.75 by 3 1/4. 3 1/4. So I cut 7 of those. And then the last little bit left over from the 3rd strip is what this is right here. Now I rounded the edges of all of those and inked them, but you do not have to. That's just optional. I just thought it would be fun. All right, so let's get on with the next step. So I'm gonna turn this into just a fun cascading journaling spot. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my art glitter glue because it is a little bit heavier with it being cardstock. Now there's going to be extra room left over, but I wasn't exactly sure where everything would fall. So I'm going to go ahead and just start laying these cards down like so. So that'll be our top one. And now you'll see there's like a perfect guide of where to line up the next one. So just continue on getting all 7 of those in place, and then do your best to just keep them lined up with the edge of this paper. And that's kind of why I like having that extra paper, to keep everything lined up, because otherwise you're just gonna kind of be eyeballing it. But you could just put this final, like in the final journal you're gonna use. I'm gonna be putting these into an accordion album. And so it will actually be kind of nice to have this piece underneath it to mount all of that on. Just making sure things are lining up pretty good here. Looks good. And then if you want, there's going to be a little left on the bottom. And we can go ahead and trim that down and then corner around them again. Or just don't worry about it. Go. Just get that lined up. Looking good. If you wanted more in it, you could do more little papers, but you would need a second paper to get it. So that's why I chose to do 7, is because I was hoping to kind of use an entire 8.5 by 11 paper, and it worked just about perfect. I mean, almost every little scrap. There was a couple tiny scraps left, but not much of anything really. And I like that when there's not stuff left over, so. But totally optional. If you want more, you can get more. Or you can even use different papers if you have lots of scraps that are about that size, to cut them down to size and then use them. That would be fun too, to get different patterns. We almost have all the ephemera made for, oh, that one's crooked. Well, too late for you, buddy. We almost have all the ephemera made for our fun little accordion album, so I'm excited to put that together over the next day or two and finish out this March kit. I hope you've been having fun with it, for those of you that have been playing with it. I've been hearing lots of fun feedback and getting pictures and things from you, so I always love that. You guys give me lots of inspiration. All right, so that's how that's finally gonna end up. And then you have this little space, and I kind of like that little space. I might even just leave that or make it look like one more layer. You could even with this, make this a tuck spot right here as you put it in your journal. Put a tag or something down there, and a nice long skinny tag. That would be beautiful. But that's why I wanted neutral on this side, is because now we have lots, oh, excuse me, lots of journaling spaces there. And you could even make little pockets here. So I'm just giving you a few other ideas. But now I'll show you what I did to embellish these. So I cut, this is just regular weight paper, and I cut them 2 inches by 2 inches, I believe. Let me double check. Yes. Rounded and inked, and I cut one for every page. You don't have to, I just thought it would be fun. But these I am going to put on. They don't need to be centered. In fact, it might be fun to switch them up. But then I cut some of these fussy cuts from the kit, some of the Easter kit fussies. But I printed them at about 80%, because 100% was just a little too big, and the small ones were just a little too small, but they would work. But I kind of wanted them to be this size. So I printed these at 80%. So if you're wondering why yours are looking like a different size, that is why. 80% was the magic number here for me. So, and then this is just a word from the kit that I thought would be fun. I want it a little lower so we're not hiding too much of our cute bunny. We'll put it right there. And let's see, so I have a fun little different cutout for each one. And this is just really a lot of glue work, but it's really easy. So you really can just decide which fussy cuts you want to use. And I only lightly ink them because I like the pastel look. I did leave these on cardstock, the fussies, just because where you're doing all those fine cuts, it's just nice to have it on cardstock. My dog is really sad because he wants to go outside and play in the snow. It's okay, buddy. He's sitting at the window looking out there. All right, so I love this little teacup. We'll put that on next. And you really, when it's shut, you're not going to be able to really see any of these. You might be able to see the very bottom of those, but not the fussy cuts, which is fine. But you can make it either way, it wouldn't matter. So you just go and glue and glue and glue. But I like these. I like these fun little waterfall thingies because you get a lot of journaling space. And there's a lot of options to add extra little pockets and extra little journaling spots hiding here. So, or I really want to do one where I do pockets, but I can't decide if I would do the pockets. So you tuck it up into it, so when it's closed, its gravity's on your side. Yeah, leave a comment if you have a preference for that. I do have a huge paper clip that I'm planning. You guys, I wish you could see my dog. I'm tempted to take my camera off and show you. He looks so sad looking out the window. Oh heavens. We just got a ton of snow. It's almost April. Just gonna say that for historical reference. But we've never had this much snow this late in the year. So I guess my dog is actually a snow bunny dog. But it's crazy. We went skiing just 3 days ago. And it's almost April. It's just nuts. It's not the normal for where I'm from. Let's see. Oh, I should have off-kiltered that paper a little, but that's cute. So mostly with those houses, that's getting totally covered, but it's okay because I like how it adds a little frame in the background. This one I'll put off-kilter so that we'll see more of the paper. You can see what I mean. All right. So then we can see more of that cute paper. All right, so that's it. And then I guess here would be a cute little spot to put a pocket. Ooh, I like that idea. And that would be easy because you would know to tuck in that direction. But anyway, that is the gist of it. Way easy. I'll try to remember to post the measurements extra in the video. But the cool thing, man, the cool thing about these is if you just paper clip the top one, then it kind of holds everything else down. So whatever kind of a clip you have. But with that top one held down, it'll hold all these other ones down as well. So there it is. I'm gonna make probably one of my cute paper clips I'll put on there that I made that matches this set. But anyways, that is it. It's super cute, super fun, and super easy. So I will post everything down below, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Bye.